My husband's pregnant secretary wanted our mansion. Little did they know I'd been planning for this betrayal. It was 7:42 p.m. last Thursday at an Italian bistro in downtown Seattle when my husband, Mark, casually introduced his secretary, Sierra, as someone very special. She sat there in a silk dress that probably cost $1,200, one manicured hand resting dramatically on her belly. Mark cleared his throat like he was giving a quarterly report. "She's 4 months along," he said, "and we'd like to raise the baby in your house, my house, the one I bought 5 years ago with the inheritance from my mother, the one I designed room by room." Sierra leaned in, smiling like a cat that had cornered a mouse. "It's just so perfect for a nursery. Big windows, the garden, all that space. It would mean so much to start our family there." I felt my stomach drop, but I didn't flinch. 8 years with Mark taught me that showing weakness only fed him. Instead, I sipped my Pinot Grigio and said calmly, "And you're certain the baby is his?" Her smirk cracked for half a second. Mark bristled. "Don't start, Anna. We're being honest here. We want to do this fairly." Fairly. As if ambushing me at dinner with his pregnant secretary was fair. They thought they had me cornered. They didn't know I'd been preparing for this day since the moment I found a receipt for 2 glasses of champagne at the Hyatt, dated the same week Mark claimed he was at a conference in Portland. That was 10 months ago. And I didn't cry. I called a lawyer. I opened new accounts. I hired a private investigator. Now, sitting across from them, I already had every photo, every bank transfer, every detail cataloged. "I'll think about it," I said smoothly, "and I'll consult my attorney." Sierra blinked. Mark frowned. "Let's not make this difficult." But difficult was exactly what I planned. 3 days later, 9:13 a.m., my lawyer's office. Mark and Sierra showed up smug, expecting me to fold. Sierra even brought color swatches for the nursery. My lawyer slid a folder across the table. "Before we discuss property, we need to establish paternity. A test has already been arranged." Sierra's face drained of color. "That's insulting." "Standard due diligence," my lawyer replied. "Given the timing, it's only prudent." Mark shifted uncomfortably. "Of course it's mine." "Then you'll both be glad to have proof," I said. My hands were steady, but my heart was pounding. That wasn't all. The next folder contained surveillance photos. Sierra entering a hotel with another man, a personal trainer named Kyle, during the very week she claimed conception happened. Mark's jaw clenched. Sierra stammered. "That was just a friend." "A friend you stayed with overnight?" my lawyer asked coolly. "Remember when Mark said at dinner, 'We want to do this fairly'?" Watching his face collapse as he realized he'd been played, I almost laughed. The climax came when Sierra tried one last desperate card. "Even if it's not his, I'm still carrying a child. A baby needs stability. That mansion should be ours." I leaned forward. "Correction. It's mine. Bought with my inheritance, held in a trust with my brother as co-trustee. Mark doesn't own a single brick of it. And as for you, good luck convincing a judge when there's a pending paternity dispute and proof of your extracurriculars." The room went silent, except for Sierra's shaky breathing. Mark didn't defend her. He just stared at the evidence in front of him. Last week, I drove past my mansion's gates with the windows down, smiling. Sierra moved out of Mark's condo. The trainer? He filed for custody once the baby is born. Mark is scrambling for a rental because the court froze half his accounts. And me? I still wake up every morning in the home they thought they could steal.